What brings you more joy in life? Sitting at home, doom scrolling, or going for a swim? There. Hello Ramblers, and welcome to another video from the Mindful Rambler. Today I am up the Fife coastal path at the moment, next to one of these swimming pools, natural swimming pools, which I have been in. But today, as it's being a little bit dreich up here, and also because I had a bit of an eye procedure last week, it's probably not my best choice of things to do. However, I have been in before, and to prove that, there'll be a little video of me doing as my best impression of a whale as I could. That's probably a disservice to whales, so apologies to all them. But yeah, that's next. And then we'll be going for a little bit of a ramble. Even though it's a bit wet today, as Billy Connolly said, there's never bad weather, just the wrong choice of clothes. So hopefully I've chosen right today with these few spits of rain that we've got around. Right, I'm going to continue on, enjoy the whale impression, and I'll see you very soon. As you say, every journey has a story. Let's go! Arrived at the windmill of St Lawrence, and you get some view from up here. I just showed you a couple of signs for the St Lawrence salt, and this is where it all used to be made. You can imagine how beautiful it would be on a nice sunny day. Still beautiful to be here today, being out and about, even though it's a little bit dreich. I'm going to continue on my merry way, and I will see you again very soon. If you were given the choice, where would you rather be? Out in the countryside, getting fresh air, you know, whatever way you can. I understand we're all different and our abilities are different for what we can do, but the choice of being stuck indoors, doom scrolling as we all seem to do nowadays, or being out enjoying this, it's no real choice for me. It's always going to be getting out and walking in the countryside, as you can tell by the name of my channel, The Mindful Rambler. And there's a few other reasons I'm going to share very soon. I've been talking about my Recently I've been talking about my 50 lessons at 50, which I've been sharing on social media. So click on my links, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, whichever one you use, and you can find me there, and you'll see all the tips and techniques I've been sharing and the lessons that I've learned. One of the reasons I love to get out is to help me get away from all the clickbaiting out there nowadays. You know, I talked about on a recent video about all the shiny objects when it comes to you know, improving your career, starting a business, improving your personal life, all these promises that they make out there which make you click on them. But it's the same thing with just news. I try my best not to watch the news. You know, I find it's not within my control, there's not much that I can do about it, and all it really does is make me feel a bit low. You know, it's never great news out there. Sometimes it is, but more often than not it's bad news. You know, different wars, people using music festivals for the wrong reason. I'm not one for getting into politics and stuff, but that does frustrate me a little bit. And then there was one I had recently which really hit home and really frustrated me. While I'm here, I'll just quickly show you this. Incredible how the colour of the land changes. I do find that very therapeutic. I am one who is a bit of a sports fan. I do enjoy following different sports, and there was one recently I saw. There was a headline about a famous footballer who has recently left the club, and it said he's now chosen his new club. I thought, wow, interesting. I wanted to see where he's off to, so I clicked on the story, read the entire story, and all it was about him having left the club, which we knew, about him being on holiday with friends and family, and at the end it said he's still looking for his next club. So basically that headline was a complete lie, and I wasted 5, 10, 15 minutes of my life reading that story when I knew it all anyway. And that's what really frustrates me. I don't like that kind of social media and that clickbaiting, because before you know it, you could have wasted an hour or so of your life just sitting flicking through absolute rubbish, fake news, whatever you want to call it, online, where instead I could be out enjoying some of this beautiful countryside, this beautiful fresh air, and the benefit it's having on me. You know, my head was feeling a bit fuzzy this morning after doing some work. It's completely cleared at getting out here. I feel happier, I feel more energised compared to sitting, getting annoyed at clickbait, or having my mood brought down by all the news you see nowadays, which, if we're very honest, it's never particularly cheery. So that was just, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on all this clickbait and how often you're caught out by it. Does it frustrate you, or are you quite good at managing it, noticing when you've been doing it for too long, and getting off and doing something which is going to benefit you more, help you more relish your journey, reach your goals in life? Please comment, I'd love to hear. And as always, if you do enjoy my content, please subscribe, please like, and please share. I would be incredibly grateful. Now, I'm just going to continue along this path. Before I do, I'll quickly show you the bit I need to walk down. With being a bit wet today, my dodgy knee, I better just watch my steps. So I'll see you very soon. Something else I wanted to share quickly, just to do with the walk I'm on. As you can see, there's a new path being built here, which I love to see. That's the old path there we used to walk along closer to the cliff edge. This is a very well used path, especially this time of year in the summer. You get a lot of people walking up and down the Fife coastal path, so they've had to do some work to try and save the erosion coming in, which is something I did, a qualification I did at university, so it's something that really interests me. And I love to see that they are making the effort to try and save this beautiful part of Fife, and people can keep enjoying it and walking on it.
Don't suppose you've dropped a remote control?
Oh, I have. Thank you very much.
No worries.
One of the areas I do talk about a lot is the well-being, your well-being. And today's specific area, there's 4 areas I'd like to talk about, which I mentioned in my last video. But today is the exercise one. Now, when people think about exercise, they might think going to the gym every day, running a marathon, lifting a 200-gram deadlift in the gym. And that's not the case. Exercise can be whatever you are capable of, whatever you want to do, and it can be as simple as just getting the body moving, like today, and getting out for a walk. Now, I'm obviously very lucky where I'm walking just now, but that walk can be anywhere from your front door. Just find a little path which can take you, 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever time you have, and all that is so incredibly beneficial for you. It's like when you've been sitting inside working, we all work from home, hybrids, not all of us, but a lot of people work from home. You can get lost, or even in the office, you can get lost in all the work you're doing. Before you know it, 3-4 hours can fly by, and when that happens to me, I can really notice it, because my head becomes overwhelmed. I'm trying to do 3 or 4 tasks at the same time and not actually progressing any of them. And when I get these feelings, listen to your gut, because it will really help you to identify when you do start to feel like this, and just stop and go and get some exercise, whatever that is for you. For me, it's walking. It's like me taking my brain to a car wash. It's just, there's things everywhere, it's just a mess, and I take it through that car wash, come out the other side like a car, and it's just sparkly clean, fresher, and that's what it does for me. So give it a try. And I say, it doesn't have to be running a marathon. It can be a simple 20-30 minute walk in the morning, whenever best suits you, and that can be all you need just to get some exercise for the day. It's just about moving every single day, and also helping to clear the mental clutter that might be going on up there as you've been working away throughout the day. It's so important to take breaks and come back fresh and refocused, ready to smash the goals that you set yourself for the day. That is starting to get a little bit more clearer. Still drizzling, but it's not too bad. Certainly not stopping me. See you soon. Appeals to my sense of humour. natural pool in the space of a 30-minute walk. I know. Don't know what animals it is across there making those noises. It's either the birds and the rocks, or it could be seals, but I'm not strictly sure. Incredible. I love nature. But yeah, that's the second natural pool in the space of a 30-minute walk up the Fife coastal route, and they say Scottish are mad, but it is good. As my previous video I showed earlier, I do love to get in there. I mean, it's not easy, but once you're in, it's a lot easier than you actually think. Again, it comes back to those thoughts, you know. The thoughts of it make it a lot worse than it actually is. When you actually get in and start swimming around, your body seems to warm up, and it's nowhere near as bad as those initial freezing thoughts might try and tell you it would be. I think it might actually be seals. If anybody knows what's making that noise, please comment, let me know. But from what I can see, I think it is. There's a couple of seals just sitting on the rocks next to the birds. Wow. In pure stillness. Which moves me on nicely actually to the next topic. So these topics are from my 50 Lessons at 50 series. And this one's quite apt doing it here because it is very still, quiet and beautiful, apart from the wildlife. But it's all to do with the benefits of stillness and finding stillness every single day. I take time out every day, 15 to 30 minutes every day, just to sit in silence. Try and clear my head of anything I've got on that day or anything that's making me feel overwhelmed, and just sit quietly and peacefully. And that could be in where I live, or it could be getting out like where we are just now, finding somewhere quiet and just take time to reflect and to think. And the benefits of this, for one, you know, it calms you down, mitigates those stressful feelings, but also all those answers that you might have been trying to find and you're struggling to get in this moment of silence and stillness. This is where these answers will come. They'll just suddenly appear. They'll come to you if you allow yourself time to take a break from the business of life. I know we're all incredibly busy in life, but the benefit of just taking 15 to 30 minutes out every single day to be still, to sit in silence and just let your mind come up with these answers that you want, that you can then go off and take action towards to help you live that happier, more fulfilling life. And that's one of the reasons why I started this channel, was to help people live a happier, more fulfilled life. Okay, we are being rudely interrupted by some squabbling wildlife. Waldo! So we're coming to the end of today's mindful ramble. It's been beautiful, it's been great, and it's really I've been doing it for a while now, but it really hits home that building a habit of getting out walking is so incredibly beneficial in so many different ways, not just for your physical health but for up here as well. So as I come to the end of today's mindful ramble, a quick recap of what we're talking about. So clickbait, try not to get drawn in by all these headlines that you read and end up clicking on something like I did today, reading a story that I knew everything about it already and what they were saying was actual fake news. It wasn't actually true. It's got to be really careful on that. There's so many other things you could be doing in your life than sitting doing that doom scrolling and clicking on all these headlines. And it's the same with watching the news as well. You know, it's never overly positive, and when you read it, it's going to have that knock-on effect to your mindset, make you feel, bring you down with it. So I try my best not to watch the news, and if anything important's going to happen, you know, I'm going to find out about it somehow. So I try and stay away from it. And the same with all these clickbait links you see. End up wasting an hour to 2 hours of my life reading that when I could be out doing this instead. Moving on, very similar, but your well-being, and one of the most important parts of your well-being is getting exercise. But that does not mean going to the gym every single day, having to run a marathon, lifting 400 kilogram weights that you see people banging on about online. You know, a simple 20 to 30 minute walk every day is good enough. It improves your physical well-being, gets your body moving, but it also clears up here as well. Getting away from your working desk or the house and getting into a different environment and just enjoy a bit of fresh air. That was the first one, and the second one is never overlook the benefits of sitting in silence, taking time out to be still every single day. It's absolutely golden. I do love technology. Just as I was filming that last bit, I suddenly noticed my camera was filming it upside down for some odd reason. Anyway, back to the roundup. So this taking time out to be still every day, moment of silence, will just help to take away or reduce those feelings of being overwhelmed. And what it will do, it'll give you time just to slow the mind down, and when you do, those answers that you've been looking for, those decisions that you've been needing to make, but because we're so busy and so overwhelmed we just can't seem to do it, they will come to you. The answers will come to you then when you give yourself that time. So that is a quick roundup from what I was rambling on about today. As always, I hope you found it beneficial, and please share this channel with anybody who likes a ramble and you think would like or would find the content beneficial to them as they try to relish their journey. I'm going to leave you there now. So please subscribe, please like, and of course please comment. I'm always interested to hear what you have to say about my content and what I chat about. And I'll see you all again very soon. But today's ramble's been along the Fife coastal path, past a couple of swimming pools, seen some seals and plenty of people out walking. And I'm just going to quickly show you this. You can see that rock. You see that rock right there? I've got a name for that. It was named by my daughter. So give me a comment and tell me what you think which animal that rock is shaped like. I'll leave you there now. Have a great day. Onwards and upwards.